Alright guys, a few e-bike issues. Puncture in a rear wheel hub motor drive. Always a problem. Never a pleasure. Front wheel would have been easy, but had to be rear wheeled, innit? This is the culprit right here. Nail, straight through tyre, straight through inner tube. So, off she comes. There's all kinds of fandango to come off with it though. You've got your torque plates and all the other stuff that has to come out. And then, something really important for all of you guys who are building up motorbikes, make sure you leave enough play on your phase wires so that you can take the rear wheel out and lean it on the back like this. Then you can change your inner tube, no problem. Otherwise you're going to have to put some connectors in those wires. There's 3 phase wires and 3 hall sensor wires, so you're going to have 6 connectors running along this swing arm at bottom. So just make sure you leave enough play in that if you're not going to put connectors in it, because otherwise it's a non-starter trying to get that wheel off. But we've got it off. I've repaired it just using a traditional puncture repair kit. Nothing special really. Just sand the inner tube. Sand the inner tube first, apply the rubber adhesive, leave it a minute or two, stick the patch on, and then a little bit of rubber seal around the edges I like to do, just around the edge of the patch, and then a bit of chalk dust just to stop it sticking to the tyre. And I'll just leave that there to set for a while now. So yeah, top tips for hub motor drives: make sure that you leave enough length on the phase wires to be able to slip the back wheel out and flip it. Other thing is, if you can do that with it, I'm going to have to change the bearings in this soon, and I'm hoping I can do it in that situation without having to unwire it all, because that would be a nightmare. And I don't want connectors in the phase wires and the hall sensor wires if I can help it, because there's 120 amps pouring through that thing when it's singing. I don't want connectors in line like that. 84 volts, perhaps, and about 50-60 amps at best through each phase. So yeah, plenty. But there it is. I know you've not seen it before, but once it's back up and running I'll do another video on it. I'm trying to get a loan on some kind of camera for a ride along, because it's terrifyingly quick. That's an MX US hub motor, 3 kilowatts, consistent 6 kilowatt peak. So it's fast, really fast. But I'll show you more on this when we get it fixed and up and running. But the whole thing's assembled around a Kona Stinky frame. I think it's an 04 Kona Stinky. These are see if I can show you with that. I don't want to disturb that back wheel, I'll only knock it off. But these are motorbike rims. These are Holmes Hobby rims with motorbike spokes threaded onto a mountain bike hub. So I've got a trials bike IRC front wheel on front and rear. So this is a front tyre from a trials bike, and I've got the same tyre front and rear, running on some Holmes MMP rims, which, if I go over here I might be able to get you the size. Here it comes. Ta-da! Yeah, so that's the size. 19. Single disc brake on the front. You'll have noticed there's no brake on the rear at all. There's no disc brake, there's no braking at all. That's all done through regen. There's a regen lever on the opposite side, so the back braking's controlled by regen, which on a bike's not a big issue, because all your braking efficiency's on the front anyway. So yeah, just brake early. There it is, look, little wuxing lever. That's my regen lever. It turns on the poles and the magnets and the motor and gives me more regen to stop. controller, LED lights. LED lights are on a key fob. I'll show you all this another time when I've got her sat upright. That's the placement of the controller. That's a heatsink. I didn't want it in the open air, so I went for a conduction style cooling method. So that's directly fixed onto the side of the controller. So that's my charging port. Plug straight into there and charge it all up in one go. Takes about 45 minutes to charge it from empty, and then probably about up to 2 hours if you want it to spend its time balancing all the packs off. So it's a beautiful thing, a thing of beauty. So there we go. Hopefully I'll get this inner tube back in now and we'll be good to go again. So yeah, hub motors, leave some slack on your phase wires or you're not going to be able to repair any punctures in the rear, or put some connectors in it if you wish, but make sure they're high grade bullet connectors capable of at least, give yourself 10 or 15% rating over what you're going to use at least. You don't want them to start getting hot when you're riding. Alright, I hope you've all had a good Christmas and all the best for the new year.